Alright, well, I finished episode 1 yesterday. So we're going to start up episode 2 today. Episode 2 is as the stream title says, it's the red-headed stepchild of the trilogy, which is kind of ironic because the story happens to focus on a red-headed child. So that's humorous. A lot of changes were made to this. It's easily the weakest, but it's also the shortest, so we'll get done with it faster. Unlock special features for Xenosaga Episode 2. Check for Xenosaga Episode 1 clear data. Sure. And we earned swimsuits for Ziggy and Cosmos. Lucky us. We also earned a geriatric swimsuit. Some titles on. Don't have to change anything there. So basically, Episode 2 starts off right where Episode 1 ended, except for like a quick prologue, which takes place years in the past. Hey, what's up, Boax? Good morning. Let me know if the volume's okay. Good morning, sir. The gain is low? Alright, hold on. Let's try this then. Whoops, that's going to be too loud. Alright, tell me how that is. Is that still too low or is it too loud?
Although this is not a complete list, we have obtained a partial list of units matching these criteria. This list includes DZ1006448, DZ2000330, DZ...
Still low? Did that change anything at all? Let's try that and let's try that. We'll figure this out. Alright, now tell me how this is.
1001007.
Any better?
Today was just the beginning of the ensuing violence. These Realian outbreaks are spreading like wildfire. They'll be reading off plenty more model numbers in the media tomorrow. I can assure you.
So, what does that have to do with the operation? I'd like to know why I was chosen for this mission. I'm told that the military has detained all of its Realians.
Still a little too low though? And we'll try this. Alright, now. How's this?
It's difficult to believe that they don't have any misgivings about us.
Kanan.
On today's stream, we
your
just
Realian
adjust
has
volume
been
settings.
Specially created and configured by Vector itself. I've been given the CEO's personal guarantee that you won't be affected like the others.
Besides, no ordinary pilot could possibly control your craft. That makes you very vital to the operation.
I don't believe you two have been properly introduced yet. This is Chaos. He'll be joining you on board as your navigator.
I appreciate the offer, but you may want to reconsider. A regular human can't ride in that thing.
Right. That's why I'm here. Don't worry.
All right, it's settled then.
Okay.
Good luck to both of you.
We'll keep it at this level then, unless...
In the briefing, this is
others can claim.
All ISF code transmitters will be switched off, and under no circumstances will you receive backup from this vessel. You'll have to manage your descent and return on your own. You can expect heavy resistance from both UTIC enemy craft and Federation military units deployed throughout Milsha. It's gonna be dangerous, so watch yourselves out there.
Don't worry. I'm coming back.
Operator, requesting confirmation. We are to head to point NN441, correct?
Correct. The URTV force is currently deployed at the target location. Your primary objective is to retrieve them. Protecting them should be your first priority.
All of them?
Affirmative. If the situation allows, you will then infiltrate UTIC's mother frame and acquire the Y data, the root of this conflict.
Roger. We'll do what we can.
ES Asher, startup sequence complete. Requesting launch.
Launch request confirmed. Now guiding ES Asher to Deck B.
Defensive shields deployed. Ready when you are.
Roger. Initiating launch procedure. Good luck.
Currently passing through the troposphere. Outer hull temperature returning to normal. Adjusting descent path by 0.22. This should get us closer to our target. Approach warning. Incoming craft detected. They're on an intercept course. There are...
We'll take them all out. Stop counting and take control of the shields. We'll use the shockwave to gain an advantage on them. You've got control of the weapons.
Roger. It looks like they're unmanned. With no G-force limit, they can outmaneuver us. They might pull some crazy moves out there, so be careful.
It just makes them all the more predictable.
There's no end to these guys. And we don't have much ABR energy left either. Let's find some place to set it down.
Well, and that or let me know when I get into a fight if it's too loud.
We're empty. All enemies destroyed. It's true. You really are as good as they say.
How are you handling the feedback? You know, a normal person would have probably passed out by now. I don't want you jeopardizing the mission.
I'm fine. It feels like it's had some special tuning, but that just makes it more interesting.
I see. Well, if I get anything unusual from you, I'm cutting the bypass to the navigator immediately. I can operate this thing fine by myself.
Roger. Looks like we're pretty far out from our objective. Plus, I'd say the defensive network we saw on the way down takes out the idea of an airborne approach.
We'll go by ground then. Fortunately, the rubble from the burned-out buildings should provide us enough cover to cross the city unnoticed.
Agreed. We'd better get moving. We don't have much time.
Not much time? Does this have something to do with the URTVs? Those designer children?
Yes, that's right. We need to protect them from the coming crisis. If and when it occurs.
You do realize that's a different story from what I heard in my official briefing.
No doubt. As the Federation Government Special Forces, the URTVs were sent in ahead of the invasion. I'm sure you understand what they represent in the conflict against the UTIC organization.
Right. I understand that they're bioweapons sent in to sever the link between the UTIC's mobile weapons fleet and their source of power, the Zohar.
The higher-ups have complete confidence in the URTVs. They are the military's trump card. Unfortunately, the brass are also blind to the potential dangers of the URTVs.
Fascinating. I hadn't realized the situation was so desperate.
Alright, now I think we get control. What is this thing? I think it's a save point. If you touch it and press circle, you can record your current progress and restore your health. Let's do that. They don't have the save glitches in this game that there is in the first game. These are just some of my other playthroughs from past years. That wrecked truck is blocking our way. I bet we can destroy it. You'll automatically lock onto anything destructible when you get close to it. Press square to destroy it. How you destroy things is up to you. There's a lot of obstacles. Is it possible to shoot at multiple targets? When there are multiple targets, press the L1 button or R1 button to switch between them. I'll let you handle the targeting.
Exactly are we expecting to happen here?
Well, the problem is that the URTVs aren't merely machines. They're real people with their consciences intact.
Yeah, episodes 2 and 3 you can save without issue.
Was actually designed to be used for the UMN transport system.
I still use save states though, just to be safe.
Yes.
Well, they experimented with the transport of living beings numerous times, but every attempt ended in failure.
According to the records, 99.76% of them were killed instantly.
However, it seems that on very rare occasions, there were survivors. They didn't exist as people anymore, though. They were just things, never able to recover their consciousness, the very element that made them human.
Mental breakdown.
Lieutenant General Helmer.
You always do too?
concluded
It's
that
smart.
Contact with the system led to the destruction of the human mind, then even the URTVs created as the system's antithesis might be affected. Therefore, if the URTVs were to suffer a mental breakdown, then likely the Zohar, a source of infinite energy, would spiral out of control. That would be devastating.
And yet, the General Staff decision wasn't overturned. I suppose that's where we come in.
Enemy, I think that's pronounced Ains? Enemy Ains. Come in contact with the enemy to initiate combat. Let's go. Alright, I'll explain the controls during battle. I'm not going to repeat myself, so pay attention. Movement order. The fastest craft will always move first. The order is displayed using icons on the bottom right corner of the screen. There are 3 enemy icons: mechanical, biological, and gnosis. Press square or triangle to attack immediately. The icons on the bottom left of the screen display the attack information. If you're unable to use an attack, the selection will be grayed out. Select the target with the directional buttons. The enemy can have its front or back to you. If you attack an enemy in the back, your aim will be 100% and the critical rate will increase by 50%. Of course, when the enemy is facing away, it is to your advantage, but the opposite is true if you are facing away from the enemy. Understand how this works so far? Then take care of the enemies in front of us. Boost. Cutting in the movement order is called boosting. Press the R1 button to display characters who are able to boost. Pressing the R1 button and the corresponding squares, triangle, or circle will allow you to boost. Try boosting now. Okay. You can press X to open the command menu. I'll bring it up now. Stock. This will recharge the craft's energy by 100. You can check the current charge value by looking at the EC meter. Basic attacks will charge the EC meter by 25. Special. This will open the special attacks menu. Special attacks require EC energy. Changing the co-pilot will change the available special attacks. I'll charge the EC to 200. That's awfully kind of you. The values 100 and 200 next to the special attacks indicate the amount of energy needed to execute them. Event slot. The event slot during the current turn is displayed. There are several types of event slots which will change with each turn. And those are the ones. The event slots have the following effects. CTC increases the chance of a critical by 50%. BST increases the rate at which the boost gauge rises. SKL increases the skill points earned from enemies. There are 3 random event slots and 1 non-event slot. The first increases ether damage and healing by 50%. The second, target loses its turn if damaged by an attack. That's actually a very useful one. And RV, target's boost gauge increases if attacked. Only enemies in character battles give skill points, so don't worry about skill in this battle. That's about it for now. The rest you'll have to figure it out for yourself. After a battle is over, enemies will be unable to detect us for a little while. So during that time, we won't get into another battle even if we come in contact with the enemy. That's a trap. It has various effects on enemies within its range. Destroy it to set it off. The color of the trap indicates the effect. Traps with different colors have different effects. So what did this trap do? Ah, you get a stock bonus. This game, just like the first game, has random battles that can last way too long. You're still expecting the old battle music? No. This game actually had two composers. One composer that did all the cutscene music, and another one that did like the exploration and battle music. And the cutscene music is still really good, but this exploration music and the battle music is a little, at least a little to be desired, I think. It's nothing memorable. Yeah, this game gets a lot of hate. If you were to ever ask anyone, should I play the trilogy, they'd say play the first game, watch the cutscenes for the second game on YouTube, and then play the third. You still have it stuck in your head?
A pillar of light?
Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
And that sound. It's more than that. Music.
It's the Song of Nephilim.
You know what it is?
I can't believe it. Even Utic has to be aware of the danger of the song. What could possibly make them? No! If this keeps up...
It looks like they think we're the enemy. Any ideas?
Yeah, send an emergency IFF signal to let them know we're on their side. We can't let anything stop
Oh yeah, the
us.
third one's easily my favorite. It's the best one, like bar none.
They should be receiving our IFF signal.
Wait, something's wrong.
I mean, graphically, it's the best. It wraps up the story for the most part.
What is this?
The music is good.
What the? What's going on with
The
them?
battle system's a lot faster.
This is... It can't be. Don't listen to it. Close your mind.
It's safe to say though, Blacks, I'm like the only person on the planet that's actually playing this game right now.
Is he with us?
Oh, now I get to meet my favorite character.
Casting an IFF.
Attention, unidentified craft. I've received your IFF signal. The other crafts have been tainted, but you seem unaffected. Are you an ally?
Well, it looks like this one's still sane. What do you think?
Getting out of here is our first priority right now. I think we should stick together.
Agreed.
Confirmed. IFF signal accepted. Stand by. I will now eliminate the affected Federation units.
That mech is walking like it has a huge wedgie.
Impressive. I guess that pilot is just as effective on foot as he is in his craft.
Truly amazing.
So this guy is actually the guy in my profile picture.
Thanks for the assist. And you're?
I am Captain Jin Uzuki. You don't look like you're with the regular forces. Well, whoever you are, if you're still operational, I advise you to leave.
Yes, it's Jay.
This
That's right.
place affects people. Some stop being people altogether.
They stop being people?
Unfortunately, we can't leave. Not until we've completed our mission.
Your mission?
Forgive us, Captain. I am Chaos. And this is Kanan. I suspect that you're part of the landing operation, aren't you? Do you know where the URTV force is now? If so...
URTVs? The special units. Said to possess an anti-Udu retrovirus.
Our mission is to protect them. Please, if you know where they are, tell us.
Well, this is quite a coincidence. Although it's more than that. Fate, perhaps. In any case, I will take you.
Oh yeah, Goax, this game is also the source of my greatest incident of gaining rage ever. Oh no, this game is actually fairly easy. But when I get to that boss, I'll explain what happened. This game has a couple of annoying fights, but overall I think it's easier. I take it that this is your first time in a character-based battle. I will give you a simple explanation. Basic attacks. Take a look at the icons at the bottom left of the screen. The basic attacks are the consecutive attacks with square and triangle, and the single attack with circle. The information next to the attack icon indicates the attack characteristics. Finding the most effective attack characteristics for each enemy is the first step to obtaining an advantage in battle. Attack characteristics can also be viewed in the tech menu. Well, experience is the best form of training, so let's give it a try. When attacking, keep your eyes out for the B and C sign on the left of the screen. Did you notice the B and C displayed on the left of the screen? Those are called zones and indicate the location or height where each attack hit. Zones and attack buttons correspond as follows. A zone over 3 meters with circle. B zone 1 to 3 meters, square and circle. C zone under 1 meter, triangle and circle. Some characters are unable to attack with the A zone. Most enemies have a zone that is their weak point. When the zone indicator is shown in red during an attack, that is the enemy's weak point. Be careful, some enemies do not have weak zones. Break. By continuously attacking the enemy's weak zone, you'll be able to break the enemy's guard. For instance, the UTIC soldier A in front of me becomes vulnerable with a square or BB attack. The enemy will usually recover from break in 1 turn, but by using the boost you'll be able to maintain the break state for the next character. Air and down. Use the circle attack while the enemy is in the break state to air or down an enemy. It is possible to maintain these states for the next character by boosting again. Attacks that have air and down icons on the bottom left of the screen are able to cause those states. Damage values. Attacking an enemy in these states will increase damage. Break 1.5, air 2 times, and down 2 times. Learning and taking advantage of an enemy's weak zone to cause break, air, and down is a vital strategy in battle. This is the end of my explanation. I will max out boost gauge, so give it a try.
Rest in peace.
So basically, all that shit I read, I kind of forced my way through the first, third of the game, or first half of the game, without actually figuring out the battle system, until I got to this one boss where, if you don't know how to use the break system and the zone system, you're just not gonna win. And my temper so got the best of me. It's not even funny. This game also has the second address doors. That's number 14.
May we be victorious in this battle.
I take it you're getting used to the battles. Now let me explain them, then you can answer to you. Stock increases your stock gauge by 1, like this. You can use stock to follow up basic attacks with extra attacks. The stock gauge goes up to 3, so it's possible to perform a 5-hit attack like square, triangle, circle, circle, circle. Using stock to perform extra attacks will allow you to air or down the enemy from break without using boost. Double attacks are special attacks performed by 2 cooperating characters. I'm pretty sure I rarely use those. Currently, the command can't be used. Certain conditions must be met in order to use it. Now it's selectable. It can be used when the current character and the boosted character have learned a double attack. It looks like we can use a double attack called Ice Grand, but in order to use the double attack, another condition has to be met. The number 2 is displayed to the right of the Ice Grand. This number signifies stock cost and requires both characters to use that amount of stock. Each double attack can only be used once per battle. There's only Captain Uzuki and me right now, so Ice Grand can only be used once. I boosted during Captain Uzuki's turn, but the double attack can be used in the opposite situation as well. That's the end of the explanation of battles. The rest is just practice. I'll max out the boost gauge and the stock gauge, so good luck.
May all your souls rest in peace.
Acquired skill upgrade D times 3. Which is disappointing.
Could you please allow us through?
It's over. It's over.
That was a fairly worthy opponent.
Well, it is definitely the least fun of the 3 games. I mean, I still enjoyed enough to play through it. But it's more like I tolerate episode 2 so I can get back to episode 3. I don't think I can go in here yet. Yeah, I can't get in there yet. I think that's a side quest later in the game for like an optional boss.
Those who lack conviction, please stand aside.
It's over.
That was a fairly worthy opponent.
So this entire thing was a setup.
Exactly. It's all part of an attempt to make the UTIC organization, or should I say, all of Miltia, into a scapegoat. Even the Realian violence that we're seeing right now is nothing more than a brushstroke in the larger picture.
But who's behind this? And why?
UTIC is undoubtedly a cover for a greater power, still operating in the shadows. I believe that this power is manipulating the conflict between the Federation and the Miltian system, driving a sequence of events in order to get their hands on something very specific.
Like what?
The Y data.
The Y data?
I relieved an operative of this disk, and though I was only able to decode it partially, I discovered that all manner of data from all existing phenomena is gathered together within an area of space. And beyond that lies a special place only described in the Y data.
Captain Uzuki, how in the world did you acquire this information?
I have my ways.
Break the chains that bind us.
This isn't going to be a terribly long stream today.
Find the URTVs in the lowest level.
All right. Captain Uzuki, thank you for bringing us this far. We'll take things from here.
Of course. As I said, it was fate. I wish I could go with you further. However, it's imperative that I complete my work on this data.
I hope that thing's rainproof.
I want to completely expose the shadow behind this conflict and drag it into the light. To do this, I'll have to access the mainframe here. Also.
What? This game has less cutscenes than the first game. First game had like 7.5 hours. I think this game has, I think it's 4.5. But episode 3 has like 9 hours. Hey, it's Captain Margulies.
I gave you far too much credit, Uzuki. I thought you were smarter than this, a better thief. I never once thought you'd just come walking in through the front door.
Well, I thought you might be getting lonely, Colonel. So I figured I'd come pay you a visit.
It is more gameplay, though the game itself is the shortest.
Same old Uzuki. Neither your attitude nor your ability to bluff have shown improvement.
If you really know what you're doing, you can finish it in under 20 hours.
Is no threat to us. You've got nothing.
Precisely why I have some unfinished business here.
I see. You know what this means. Uzuki!
No more words. This ends here.
Dude has got major anger issues. Oh, I can't attack him with... I did that. I screwed that all up. Oh well. Can't I guard or something? I guess I should heal Chaos. He's almost dead.
Okay.
Those PS2 era fight scenes.
You're a sad sight, Uzuki, even with your so-called reinforcements. Pathetic. You're out of your league. Why, it's clear now that you never even had a chance.
Captain, you're hurt.
It's from earlier. It's nothing to worry about. If you'll pardon the cliché, it's just a scratch.
So it's begun.
Yeah, I remember when I first got a PS1, I was
This
blown away by
planet
it.
is finished. There's no point in staying any longer. I think it's time we ended this. Once and for all. You dare to face me, maimed as you are? The only thing you've mastered is the art of futility.
You never know until you try, Colonel.
That's enough! see your death. I have always been your better in every way, Uzuki. It's something that old fool couldn't... What the...
Kanan, take this.
Is this?
Storing it with you is safer than carrying it around. Besides, there's somewhere else I must go.
What? You're not serious. Look, we're still mobile, Captain. You could come with us.
No, this is my own way of atonement. I can't turn back now.
But...
Please, go on. Bring the truth of this conflict, the truth hidden in that data, to light. Please, do this one thing. For me.
Captain Uzuki.
I'm counting on you. So, farewell.
Kanan, look at that.
Save the game, sure. And I believe that's it for the prologue. Now we fast forward to where the first game ended. Well, almost.
Congratulations, Kanan. This brings our total loss count to 127. I'd say that's a new record. I remember the first time as if it was yesterday. My son was born the next day.
How old is he now?
He starts junior high next month.
I see.
It's gotta be that shadow. I mean, think about it. Its influence severs your data link every time. If we only knew what it was, then we could access the data he gave you. Kanan, it's a summons from Representative Helmer. Could you go ahead and report today's results while you're there?
I'm not your secretary, you know.
But today is my son's birthday.
I see. That's unfortunate, but I suppose it can't be helped.
I understand that
A little
today
graphical
concerning
glitch right there.
emotional
Helmer's head's gone.
Is it really that important?
Yes, it is. The truth behind the conflict lies buried within it. The one who entrusted that data to you was a subordinate under my command. I had sent him in on an independent investigation.
Yes, Jin Uzuki. Whatever happened to him?
I thought you were a model with suppressed emotions. Don't tell me you're concerned about him.
I'm just curious. He is the one who saddled me with this nuisance after all.
Don't worry about him. He's left the military. I hear he's doing fine. Now, I have another job I'd like you to undertake. Have a look at this. The 100 series Realian prototype Momo will be executing a dive into her subconscious domain at the Administration Bureau. I'd like to request your assistance.
What's the timeline?
I've been notified that our people have just now descended from orbit and landed at the spaceport. I'd be obliged if you could go and pick them up.
Sounds to me like there's more to it than that.
We've noticed a rise in recent activity from both the UTIC organization and the immigrant fleet. I think in times like these, it pays to take precaution.
Understood.
Okay, that's creepy. Her head's gone too.
Your Holiness, I have news concerning the matter of the Y data.
That's never happened to me before.
Chief Inquisitor Margulis wishes to convey the details to you directly.
Very well.
Oh my god, that is creepy as hell. Oh hey, like you can barely hear the game?
Your Eminence, it is an honor to be in your presence.
Spare me your platitudes. I understand that the Realian in possession of the Y data has fallen into the hands of the Cook.
Let me try turning this up a little bit. Maybe that'll help some.
Kai Foundation. I trust you have an explanation for this?
Yes, Holiness. It is true that the 100 series prototype that holds the Y data is currently in the custody of the Kukai Foundation. Or rather, the Second Miltian government. However,
I trust you understand the significance of the situation.
according to the URTV albedo, the Y data is secured by a form of high-level protection, only accessible at the UMN Control Center on 2nd Miltia. Hence, the current situation. Preparations for our next move.
Let me try this. Hopefully this doesn't make it too loud for you, Boax.
Are already underway.
Margulis. I've heard that the recent offensive against 2nd Miltia was the result of Cardinal Heinlein's manipulation of the Federation's military's upper ranks. What do you know of this?
I am afraid I possess no intimate details of that. I would presume that all of the Cardinal's decisions are made in the organization's best interest.
Your words. I would imagine it is safe for me to trust them.
I have sworn fealty to your holiness. I would never allow myself to be manipulated by ancient dogma.
Very well. Our fleet is considering an invasion of the demilitarized zone in the near future. I sincerely hope that you will not disappoint me.
I understand, your holiness. I vow to deliver you good news.
Margulis.
Holiness?
I don't like that URTV. It reminds me of someone vulgar.
sure you remember that.
As you wish. They get suspicious when they get old. The weaker they are, the louder they bark. Pellegrini, what's your status?
Everything is proceeding smoothly. I have Herman and Richard pursuing the target as we speak.
As this is an independent Inquisitor operation,
I'll kick that into 9, like.
I'm granting you permission to use the ES Issachar.
ES? You mean those 1,000-year-old relics? Do they still work?
The ES is equipped with the Vessel of Anima.
The Vessel of Anima.
I'm gonna be stopping the stream soon today,
the
though.
Vessel of Anima was discovered at the same time as the Zohar.
Once these cutscenes are over.
Its power rivals the military might of an entire star system. Handle it with care. We can't afford for it to get damaged, particularly after the effort it took to restore it.
Understood.
R&D report. File number 026643.
There's our crew.
The anti-Gnosis battle android, Cosmos, while undergoing startup and field testing on board the Federation cruiser Woglinde, awoke during a Gnosis attack on the fleet. She initiated autonomous mode, even though that mode was still sealed, and has been fully operational ever since. Cosmos is acting under her own volition. However, there are many unstable elements in her emotional program, and further improvements will be required. After the escape from the Woglinde, we were rescued by the Elsa, a Kukai Foundation cargo ship. We are presently descending into 2nd Miltia in order to turn Cosmos over to Vector's 2nd R&D division. Furthermore, while en route to Miltia, we took the 100 series observational Realian prototype, Momo, into custody. During this time, we were pursued by the UTIC organization and an individual called Albedo. Albedo's tenacious attack brought about the appearance of the Song of Nephilim and Proto-Merkaba. Cosmos' actions allowed us to overcome these crises. I believe this series of actions by Cosmos has been greatly influenced by her black box components left behind by the late Kevin Winnicott. This will likely become a major focus of our future research. Report author, Shion Izuki, Chief Engineer. Cosmos Development Project General Operations, Vector Industries, 1st R&D Division.
It's so good to be alive.
Yeah, no kidding. For a while there, I was kind of worried. But somehow we made it back.
I'm telling you, the crazy stuff the Chief pulls always keeps me on edge.
What are you saying? You make it sound like it was all my fault.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Hey, Cosmos! Thank goodness you were there. Man, you really saved us.
Thank you very much. I am happy to be of service.
Do not like Cosmos' voice in this game at all.
Hey, we're gonna head over to the government office now. What are you all gonna do, Shion?
Well, we need to hand over Cosmos. I think I'll wander over to Vector's 2nd Division. Is that all right with you, Cosmos?
Acknowledged. That will not be a problem.
I see. Well, I guess you gotta do your job. You're gonna be here for a little while, right? Hey, maybe we can have some fun later.
That'd be great. I'll show you around this place, Momo.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it.
All right then. Shall we, Cosmos?
Please excuse us. Goodbye.
What the? Hey, Chief! Wait up!
Yeah, you'll have to wait till the next stream will actually hear Mystic Powers again.
I suppose we should get going too.
Sorry. Could you wait just a little while? I'm going to report what's happened to the subcommittee. It appears that Dr. Misrahi has also arrived at Milsha as well, if you have a message for her.
Really? Mommy's here?
Yes.
Please let her know that I'm looking forward to seeing her.
All right. Continue your assignment until the delivery is
Acknowledged. I am currently... Ziggurat A is looking forward to seeing you.
I too welcome your arrival.
You know, it almost sounds like she's scared to meet her.
Eavesdropping is not a very admirable pastime.
Say, old man, how about upgrading to a modern carbon-based body? I bet. If we applied combat Realian technology, we'd see some serious results.
There's no need to play around with extending my lifespan.
Sure about that? I bet Momo would be happy if you lived longer.
I'll pass, thanks. I have no desire to prolong things.
All right. You know who to call if you ever change your mind.
I should go rejoin the others. Actually, no, we should find a save point. And then stop the stream. I know there's one around here somewhere. There it is. Alright, so that's going to be it for the stream. Finish the prologue. We're back in the present. So we'll continue on either later today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Well, Boax, sir, you have yourself a lovely day. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And I'm going to call it quits. So I will see you next time. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye.